MSNBC crank and Obama sycophant Tingles Matthews is making headlines this morning, and for all of the wrong reasons. Matthews, a staunch critic of President Trump and all-around whiny leftist, has now been ensnared in the #MeToo dragnet sweeping its way across Washington and the media. According to the Daily Caller, Matthews' days at MSNBC are likely numbered as reports have surfaced of the network having to pay out a massive settlement to a female employee years ago after claiming she was sexually harassed by the anchor. The settlement occurred in 1999, and was paid to a former producer on his show, Hardball, with Matthews. Two sources familiar with the payoff said the woman received $40,000 on her way out the door, although they were unable to confirm if she left due to Matthews. And the network also wouldn't confirm whether or not this was the only case ever made against him. Odds are, that means it isn't. The Daily Caller has more. The MSNBC spokesman said that they thoroughly reviewed the situation at the time and that Matthews received a formal reprimand based on people who were involved in matter. The network concluded that the comments were inappropriate and juvenile, but were not intended to be taken as propositions. The woman received separation-related compensation when she left MSNBC and has gone on to work in a number of high-profile media positions. MSNBC declined to comment on whether the employee left because of Matthews or whether this was the only claim in Matthews' history at the company. Yikes. Matthews has quite the problem on his hands given the current climate in America, where the mere suggestion of sexual impropriety leads to the total destruction of men's careers. In fact, his own wife was all aboard the #MeToo train that was derailing careers when it was Republicans and conservatives being accused. And we know how that turned out in nearly every case. They're either gonna didn't get elected. This is the wife of Hardball Chris. She's also chair of the MD Dems and a fan of pressuring others to distance themselves from accused sexual harassers. Wonder how she feels about her husband having settled a sexual harassment claim. Meanwhile, MSNBC has apparently been keeping this story under wraps, ostensibly so they didn't have to terminate one of their biggest name employees. However, their efforts have likely been in vain, as our country has shown that we're now at a place where zero tolerance for this kind of behavior is the norm, and any man, past or present, with such allegations made against them is destined to be burned at the virtual stake. And for those wondering whether or not Matthews would ever do something inappropriate to a co-worker, or anyone for that matter, here's a clip of him speaking about our beautiful First Lady Melania Trump. See if it gives you the creeps like it does me. Did you see her walk? Runway walk. My God, is that good? I could watch that runway show. MSNBC host Matthews on Melania Trump.